Well, dear viewer, winter's icy grip has unclenched and spring has sprung. The flowers are in bloom, the birds are singing, and love is in the air. Well, for some of you. This also means a new season of anime, which in turn means a new seasonal recommendations video. Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. My name is Danon, and I'm currently reading over 600 manga or light novels. What does that mean for you? That means I've read a lot of the stuff I'm about to talk about. So, while I can't guarantee the quality of the anime, I can tell you whether or not a story is decent. Also, please remember to like and subscribe. According to my metrics, only 15% of you are subscribed. I'm really trying to hit 10k this year, so every subscriber helps. Let's get the sequels out of the way first. For those who've been living under a rock, we've got the next season of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, as well as Re:Zero. Two of the best isekai, though one is more of a psychological horror show, while the other's a fun world-building series. Sort of the opposite sides of the isekai spectrum. Regardless, both are top tier, and new seasons are always welcome. Speaking of top tier isekai, we've got the next season of Bookworm. This one is incredible, but it is a slow burn, so shonen bros won't like it as much. But if you care more about world building and watching the effects a person with 21st century knowledge has on politics, the economy, and religion, you should check it out. Speaking of things from the 21st century, we've also got another season of Reborn as a Vending Machine, Now I Wander the Dungeon. Fire-based demons? Have some dry ice. Need healing potions? Of course I've got those. Stamina potions? You mean energy drinks? And while it certainly doesn't generate as much hype as these other seasons, I'm very happy to see that we got a second season of Farming Life in Another World. This series is one of my favorites. To me, this series is isekai as Tolkien intended. You have the most powerful monsters on the planet, all showing up at this guy's village, and they're drawn not by his wealth, but by good food and good booze. They're more interested in mahjong and checkers than they are in power, though his power does keep them in check. But everyone is here just to have a good time. Good food, good times, good people. What could be better? Oh yes, family. We do have one more isekai returning this season, and I just did a video on the upcoming art. You should go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I'm talking, of course, of Welcome to Demon School Uruma-kun. This delightful series blends spooky comedy with an adorable romance and all the classic shonen tropes, without being too shonen, if you know what I mean. The main character is a soft boy who wants to help people, but through an unforeseen set of circumstances, it looks like he'll probably wind up the Demon King, even though he doesn't want to. A lot of shonen series are about chasing your dreams and helping your friends, and Uruma's dream is to become a man worthy of his friends while also helping his friends achieve their goals, which is why we love him. 3 more shonen series that are returning this season are Dr. Stone, Mission Yozakura Family, and Rent-a-Girlfriend. Remember, the best part about Rent-a-Girlfriend is the schadenfreude. Watching other people lose their minds with rage over how much they hate this series makes keeping up with it worth it. At least to me it does. Mission Yozakura Family looks adorable, and I've enjoyed the couple of chapters I've read, but I just don't have the time to watch every anime that catches my eye. Maybe I'll get some time this summer after school is out to play catch-up on anime from the last couple years. Or maybe not. Finally, Dr. Stone is one of my boys' favorite series. I still need to catch up on it. I finished the first season and really enjoyed it, but time is always a factor when you're an adult. The last 2 sequels I want to talk about are Angel Next Door and Wisteria Wand and Sword. A lot of content creators told you to watch Wisteria, and you listened. You gave it a try, saw that it had potential, and kept with it. If you're like me, you're very excited for the new season to come out. I can't wait to see what kind of shenanigans Will is going to get himself into. Meanwhile, Angel Next Door ended with our adorable couple finally coming to terms with their feelings, and they are officially dating. But the series doesn't stop there. I've read a bit of what happens next, and it is just as slow-moving and careful as before. In fact, Sheena actually bullies Fujimiya into being a bit more aggressive with her. She wants him to use her first name and hold hands. Seriously though, this series is wholesome, but there's always that edge of trauma lurking underneath, and both characters are careful to rely on each other without becoming codependent. Let's talk about adaptations from the upcoming season that are based on series I've already read. Starting off with the lighthearted isekai, the strongest job is apparently not hero or sage, but an appraiser. Look, don't judge me. I like isekai series, and this one's cute and fluffy. If you're wanting an existential series on the level of Re:Zero, keep looking. But if you're wanting something fun, give it a watch. Speaking of fantasy, we've also got the new time-traveling series from the legendary mangaka herself, Rumiko Takahashi. This one is titled Mao, and it is about a girl from modern times who travels back into the past where she teams up with someone fighting demons. Wait, Danny, you just described Inuyasha. There are a lot of similarities, but this one is way less cute and fluffy. Speaking of shonen, we've also got an adaptation of Akane Banashi. For those who are unfamiliar, this is your favorite mangaka's favorite series. No, I'm not joking. It is a revenge story about a girl trying to get justice for her father by following in his footsteps and becoming a rakugoka. It is a story about storytelling. It is a study in the art of tales. And it is how you do a revenge story properly. This is easily the best active Shonen Jump series to not have an adaptation, but that'll soon change. Keeping with the theme of Shonen, one that I was shocked to see was the age regression action comedy Kill Blue. Juuso Ugami is the best assassin in the world. One day he gets stung by a mysterious wasp and falls asleep. When he wakes up, he's no longer 39, he's 13. Before he can even investigate, he is ordered to infiltrate a middle school. As it turns out, the wasp was created by a shady pharmaceutical company. And the CEO's daughter attends the school that Ugami has been ordered to infiltrate. Now, before anyone has any ideas about possible age gap shenanigans, don't worry. There are none. The MC may have the body of a 13-year-old, but inside he's still a 39-year-old man, and treats the 13-year-old appropriately, which I thought was awesome. So if you see any content about this anime needing to be cancelled, that means it's coming from either a rage baiter or someone who hasn't read the series. Probably both, because I don't think people who make rage bait content read anything. But one series that probably should get at least some side-eye is The Classroom of the Black Cat and a Witch. The main girl needs a tutor. Main boy is a teacher at a magic school who's been cursed and is now a cat. In order to become human for a short time, he needs the girl to kiss him. Only not on the lips. Yup, it's one of those shows. Enjoy! Speaking of gooning, we've also got the delightful Kanan-sama is easy as hell, also translated as Mistress Kanan is devilishly easy. Now, easy in this sense doesn't mean slutty. It means easy to read. She very much wears her emotions on her face. The titular Kanan is a demon, and she has come to Earth to devour souls. And the first boy she decides to devour is an idiot. When she says she wants to eat him, he agrees and strips naked. He thought she was confessing to him and that he was about to lose his virginity. And so, Kanan is now in a contractual relationship with a lower life form. Which isn't as bad as she'd feared. Except sometimes. This series is very ecchi and very fun. So, if you're a prude who hates fun, don't watch this series. Speaking of fun, we've got an anime about games. Well, one specific game. The I Love You game. For those unfamiliar, you confess your love to someone to see if they get a reaction. Whoever reacts, loses. And these two childhood friends have been playing the game for 3 years. Both of them want it to end, but aren't sure how. The title? I Want to End the I Love You game. More on the romance side of the rom-com genre, but still a cute series, especially if it follows the manga. Speaking of romance, we've also got the delightful love triangle in Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. I've already done a couple videos on this one, but to summarize it, you have an otaku, a gyaru, and a gyaru who is secretly an otaku, all in the same class. Both girls catch feelings for the boy, but the boy is just happy to have friends. Also, it is a seinen, so the characters mature and evolve over time instead of realizing their feelings after 30 or so episodes. This one is very mildly ecchi, and it is very cute. If you want something heartwarming and mostly wholesome, give it a watch. Something that is also mature, but the opposite of wholesome, is the remake of Fist of the North Star. This series is ultra-violent, and it looks like they gave it the Berserk treatment with shitty CGI. I did think it deserved a mention simply because of the influence Fist of the North Star has had on the anime community for the last 40 years, but I'm honestly going to go back and watch the original rather than watching this. Another one I'm probably going to skip is Drops of God, but it gets a mention because it is one of Sid Snap's favorite series, and she's the one who convinced me to become a YouTuber. I read the first couple of chapters of the series, but decided it wasn't for me. Mostly because I hate wine. I've never once had a wine that I enjoyed drinking. But we do have one more series which will probably crush this entire season. Witch Hat Atelier is one of the most gorgeous anime I've ever seen, and we've only had trailers. According to a press release that I read, the studio behind it, Bug Films, has been working for almost 7 years on this anime. They needed to get the animation just right, and I'm sure you can see why. Compare this to the manga. Look how gorgeous this series is. The plot, the world, the characters, everything about this series is top tier, and I can't wait for the anime community to finally experience it. There were a few that caught my eye that were either originals or based on series I haven't had the time to read yet. The first one that caught my eye was The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King, or The Barbarian's Bride. Translations are weird. A young female knight is defeated by a barbarian horde, and she fears the worst. The barbarians are going to do vile things to her body and eventually kill her. But that's not the plan at all. Instead, she's offered marriage. To the king. This one looks pretty cute, so I'll at least watch the first episode or two. Next up, a couple of romances. The first one has a title that screams to me that the main character is autistic. I made friends with the second cutest girl in the class. The idea of ranking people in hierarchies is very autistic coded. He has no friends and struggles to even make connections with other humans. One day, a girl that was referred to as the second cutest girl in class started hanging out with him. They would play video games, eat junk food, or read manga. It became the best part of his life. So, the cute girl likes the awkward dorky guy? Sounds like every autistic weeb's dream to me. Again, I can't judge this series because I haven't read or watched it yet. I just wanted to make you aware of it. The next one has a bit of that magical realism. One day, Suno wished she could have a substitute. This way, when she was sick, she could have her replica go to school in her place. One of the boys in school, Sanada, notices that she's different than usual. The two start chatting and hanging out, and like the anime says, even a replica can fall in love. Petals of Reincarnation was another one that caught my eye. Past lives, reincarnation, and trying to solve the mystery of a serial killer all seem intriguing. I do intend to check this one out as well. Finally, the one we've all been hyped for, Daemons of the Shadow Realm, the new series by Nobuhiro Arai, the mangaka behind Full Metal Alchemist. And it is being animated by Bones, the studio behind Full Metal Alchemist. And it's a dark fantasy series about hunting monsters. Now, there is no guarantee that the anime will be as good as Full Metal Alchemist, but it should at least be good. Maybe we shouldn't get our hopes up. I'm still depressed about Darker Than Black after all. What about you? What show are you most excited for? Did I miss one? Yes, I know we're getting a new season of Classroom of the Elite, but I've never watched a single episode, so I have no opinion on it. Anyway, leave a comment down below with the anime you're most excited to watch this season. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Robert, Pi, Kazaris, Patrick, Boomy, Ostra, Justin, Golden Walker, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel Zombie, Luke, and Brian. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.